What's up, everybody? Coming at you guys with another banger. Today we got the Slop tier list. So, that said, let's just hop into this. So, I'm going to be ranking based on like health and usefulness of the Slop. Um, a lot of people have their own opinions on most of the stuff is considered unhealthy anyway, but I'm going to come on here and give my opinion as to what I think is truly healthy. And taste is definitely a factor. It's not going to be the major factor because all these things, could taste good. They're slop, they're made to taste good. Anyways, let's just jump into this. So, starting off with burgers. So, this is an interesting one. Burger has, red meat in it. It's good. Probably some cheese on it. But you also got a lot of bad mixed in there. So, it's good and bad. It's also probably not the most high quality meat, but you still are getting like red meat. So, overall, it's not really that bad of a food. It's just the fact that there's grain sludge bun, vegetables, toxic vegetables, slop. Like sauces, you know what I mean? So it's not the healthiest, it's not the worst. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think that's a solid rating. Okay, next we got fries. So it's like the McDonald's fries. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw these in D. It's pretty much as bad as it gets. It's just fried potatoes, fried in a bunch of like seed oils, vegetables oils. There's really no nutrition besides just like carbs, and it's not even good carbs. It's just like fattening, greasy. Obviously it tastes good, but you guys are gonna want to avoid this when it comes to health. Okay, next up we got candy. This is interesting. Like, you know, obviously considered one of the less healthy foods out there, but in my opinion, this is actually a pretty good food when you use it correctly. So what I say for candy is just eat it while you're going to the gym or like in between sets, and it's like the quickest energy you can get. It's just sugar. I mean, that's what candy is essentially. Obviously, don't crash out at night with a bag of candy, but if you go to the gym, you want a bag of candy, you're gonna have way more energy during your workout because you digest the sugar right away. So for that reason, I'm gonna actually put this in A. It's actually very useful in my opinion. I do this with the gym method. If you guys do have sugar cravings, I would recommend trying this. Just like go to the gym and eat candy if you really want to eat candy. And it gives you a reason to want to go to the gym and stuff. Obviously, you don't have to do this every time. You know what I mean? It's not the best food for you, just sugar, but it does have some usefulness. Okay, next up we have ice cream. So this might surprise a lot of you guys. This is gonna be our first S tier. So I actually think ice cream is one of the healthiest foods out there. I mean, true ice cream is just milk, cream, and sugar. Egg yolks maybe, if you get a good quality ice cream. So there's really nothing bad in there. It's all good ingredients. There's actually been multiple studies that have shown that people who eat ice cream are overall healthier. People like to try to like justify like, oh, it's a confirmation bias, blah blah blah. But no, really, it's just because ice cream's healthy. It's been shown over and over again. Um, it's really not that complicated. I mean, it's milk and sugar. Like, there's nothing really that bad in there. Obviously, don't overeat it. Like, it'll make you fat if you eat too much. But it's pretty healthy food, actually. It's pretty nutritious, especially if you have egg yolks in there, like a good quality ice cream. So it's gonna be our first S tier. Okay, next up we have soda, and this is soda with sugar. Next up we have diet soda. So soda with sugar. Um, I'm probably gonna put this in C tier because, you know what? I'm gonna throw it in D. I can't even justify it. The reason that I want to put in C is because I'm going to put diet soda below regular soda. I'll explain this. So regular soda, you understand, really unhealthy. It's just like a bunch of bad ingredients. It's just to taste good. It's like a, fake sugary drink. But in my opinion, diet soda is even worse because at least soda has sugar. Like I said with the candy, like sugar does have usefulness. Like if you're, consuming it properly. Obviously, there's not really a good way to drink soda, so that's why I put it in D tier because you get all the bad ingredients anyway. But diet soda is literally just soda, but it doesn't even have sugar. Yes, it has caffeine. That could also be useful, but if you really want caffeine, you're not going to go for a soda realistically. Okay, here we go. Next up, caffeine, the better option, energy drinks. So I love energy drinks. If you know me, you know this. However, there's no way around the fact that they're just terrible for you. They obviously are unhealthy. Talk about the ingredients of soda. Look at the ingredients in energy drinks. But there is much more usefulness. Like I actually think that energy drinks can keep you motivated to go to the gym, for example. So there's like benefits to drinking them. Like you obviously don't rip them for no reason in the middle of the night. Like that's just stupid. You wouldn't do that. But if you're, you need energy, get your morning lift in, and you prefer an energy drink, I don't see a problem with that. But the overall health score, they have to be pretty low because they're just not good for you. Too much caffeine, like, you know, taking one of these every day definitely has a negative impact for your health. There's no way around that. So we're just gonna throw that in C tier. All right, next up we got chicken nuggets. So these are, there's protein in it, it's meat, but they're most of the time, I mean, we're assuming you're getting this out, so they're going to be fried in seed oils. Like crust is going to be made out of, bread and other slop. Like you don't even know. You're probably eating this with sauce, so not very healthy. I would say I'm gonna put it below the burger just because of the sheer amount of seed oils you get. You're normally not gonna get that much seed oils from a burger, even though it's bad stuff. Maybe in the bun, but the meat is usually just cooked on a flat top, even in like fast food restaurants, like McDonald's, like there's no actual seed oils on the burger. So the difference between like meats here, fast food meats, like I'm gonna say chicken's all slightly worse just because of what it's fried in and like the crust or whatever. All right, so just throw that in C tier. Well, we'll put it above energy drinks in terms of health, because at least it's food, it's nutritious. So next up we got pizza. Pizza pretty bad, pretty much just grain sludge. There's some cheese on there, little bit of nutrition, maybe some tomato sauce, pepperoni. I mean, not good quality meat if you are getting meat on your pizza. It's pretty bad for you actually. Preservatives in there like pepperoni. Not the biggest deal because pizza's mostly just grain sludge. Like, you know what I mean? You're not worried about the meat on your pizza. You're eating it because it's like, you want to eat slop. So there's not really anything healthy about pizza. I want to throw in D, put it above French fries because there is some nutrition that you can get out of it, but overall really bad for you. Terrible for digestion. It's grain sludge, gonna cause leaky gut. Yeah, it's going in D. Okay. Okay, this is microwavable meals or like, meal prep that you can buy. So this kind of really comes down to the meal, but the reason I wanted to throw this in here is just talk about like the microplastics. So essentially what you do is you just microwave them. They're made for you. So it's probably not the most ideal food, but like you could theoretically have like a healthy meal in here, like steak and potatoes, for example, like not bad for you, but you're gonna have to microwave it in like this black plastic, which is gonna increase the amount of microplastics that you're getting in your diet. Obviously, it's impossible to avoid microplastics overall, but you want to do what you can to avoid them where you can. So this is gonna be an easy way to get microplastics in your diet. So you kind of want to avoid these if you can. Obviously they save time, but let's be honest, you're just being lazy. You should be able to cook your food. I think everyone could learn how to cook, and it's a good skill to have. You can enjoy it and you can make better food, healthier choices. Anyways, so meal preps. Um, I want to put them in A, yeah, because as long as you're making healthy choices with these, you're gonna get, real, as far as slop goes, it's real food. It's easy, quick, but you can get real nutrition from here. Okay, next up, Bear protein bars. So these are popular. I mean, I know a lot of you guys like these. Like they're a good snack, but you can't eat these expecting to like actually get a lot of protein out of them. Like it's just kind of, I mean, like you have to use your logic here. Like you're telling me you're gonna eat this and get as much protein as you would by eating like a piece of meat. Like no, you're not gonna actually be able to use any of this protein. It's slop. Like if anything, it's just carbs. And like I think these are 250 calories, so they're like fattening. Like you can't be spamming protein bars. Maybe it's a snack here and there. Good snack, right? A little extra protein in it, but like not a healthy food, right? Don't get this, like there's this whole like gym cell culture nonsense about how like, just protein, right? So good snack, not a good food overall. Like these shouldn't be a meal replacement. I know some of the packages like to say, meal replacement, not a good idea. You want to be eating actual food. So thinking B tier, mid food, um, can have its usefulness when you need a quick snack. Okay, next up, hot dogs. So Yeah, hot dogs, I mean, they are meat, but like who even knows what are in these? Have you ever seen the videos of how they're made? Like there's no way that these are good for you. This is like the lowest quality meat that you can possibly get. I actually want to throw it in D just because of like how awful the process of making these are. They cannot like yeah. And you eat them with a bun and sauce. They're just a D tier food. I should have made an F tier, but it's too late. We're already in here. Okay, top ramen. This is going at the bottom of D. I mean, don't even get me started. This is just like I don't even, what is it? Like plastic? What is it even made of? Grain sludge that you heat up in the microwave with like a little chemical pack that you pour in here. Oh, just awful, terrible. No nutrition whatsoever. Just a bunch of sodium. It's a sodium bomb. Bloat cell city. Like the only good thing about these is that they're cheap. Um, I guess some of them taste good, but yeah, when it comes to health, they're at the bottom. Okay, next up, dining hall food. So this is popular, if you're in college, a lot of kids like to eat in the dining hall. Sometimes they got a little piece of steak, chicken. So it can be good, but what I've noticed is all dining hall food pretty much is cooked in the worst oil imaginable. So it's not even just like seed oils or olive oil. It's literally like the spray bottles. I don't know if you guys have seen those. Like I don't even know what type of chemicals they're putting in there. Um, let alone that they're getting like low quality food when it comes to the meat that they actually are. If you want to get good food from the dining hall, so you want a piece of fish, like it's gonna be farm salmon full of toxins. Or if you want a piece of steak, it's going to be, the lowest quality they can get because, they're trying to be cheap, make a lot of it. So you're not really getting high quality food, but you can make it work. And in terms of slop, I'll probably put it in A tier because, you can get like a decent diet out of dining hall food depending on what your dining hall serves. This can vary a lot. But as long as you're making the right choices in there, you should be able to keep it relatively good. But I can't put it, any higher than that because there are a lot of limiting factors in the dining hall. Okay, next up. So this is like the Fairlife protein shake, specifically the 42-gram one. I mean, the other one's probably just as bad, but like I just want to talk about like I don't understand how you guys actually think there's 42 grams of protein in here. That you're telling me that there's as much protein in here as a piece of steak that my body can use bioavailable? No, not possible. It doesn't make any sense. It's made of whey protein isolate. I didn't talk about this earlier with the barbells, but whey protein isolate is literally a waste product from when they make cheese. So it's a waste product. It's what they don't use. They basically throw it out otherwise. But they put it in here so they can say there's a lot of protein in it. So like gym cell nerds will be like, "Oh, well, I'm drinking protein. It's good for me." No, it's not. This is terrible for your gut. God knows what ingredients are in here. I used to drink these. It would always make me so bloated, like feel awful. And I'm sure you guys can relate. Like you maybe try to drink them thinking you're doing something good, after the gym, and then you end up feeling terrible. And it's because there's terrible ingredients in here and it's not actually healthy for you. So if you want protein, eat meat, drink real milk. Don't drink this stuff. Um, it's not terrible in terms of nutrition. There is real milk in here. Um, you can kind of keep yourself satiated with one of these. Also, it'll probably mess up your digestion, so you want to eat afterwards. So, if you're cutting, maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to put this at the bottom of C. I don't want to put it in D because I don't think it's deserving of a D tier. However, like it's really, low down there. Okay, potato chips. I'm gonna have to throw these in D. Um, yeah, there's really no nutritional value for these. It's, fried in bad oil and then what it actually is just a thin piece of potato. So the amount of actual like nutrition you're getting is next to nothing. Um, just empty carbs and not the good kind. Gonna make you bloated, gonna ruin your digestion, gonna give you leaky gut. Avoid these if you can. You obviously can. I don't know what I'm talking about. Avoid these. Don't eat potato chips. Don't be an idiot. Care about your health, once a year type thing, you know? All right, next up, Takis. You know, These are probably on paper the worst thing on here for your health. I mean, the ingredients are absolutely diabolical. It's just like corn mush and then rolled up into a thing with a bunch of red 40 and like toxic spices on it. But I mean, they just taste good. Like they're so fire, so I have to put them at the top of D. Even though they're D, they're not making out of D, and they would be an F if there was an F tier. So Takis terrible for you. Also avoid these. Do not eat these. I can't even. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that they're terrible for you. What even is a ta what is it made of? Who knows? Nothing good. Okay. Next up, cookies. So cookies. I don't want to put them in D, but I feel like they are deserving of D because there's, again, not really any nutrition, just like flour and sugar. I mean, the sugar could be good, useful. Actually, I want to put them in C because you can kind of use them to carb up before the gym. They're like a slightly better carb than these options, in my opinion, because they're faster acting, closer to candy. Like you could just eat a cookie before the gym and get like quick carbs. And for that reason, they could be useful. Also, homemade cooking, like it's like your girlfriend, wife, or like your mom's cookies. Like there's kind of like, a little bit of value there in my opinion. Like, it's tasty. It wasn't actually made to harm you like other slops were. It's more of like a sloppa than a goy slop. It's more of like the sloppa category if you guys are familiar with what I'm talking about. So, for that reason, I think it's deserving of a C tier. Obviously not going to be healthy for you, but I think they're pretty tough. So that concludes the tier list. Let me know what you guys think. Are these accurate? Do you guys agree? Comment down below your thoughts. See you guys in the next one.